everybody, let's do a super fun mat workout using very light weights. Ones, twos, maybe threes, but no higher than that. And I promise you, you will feel it a ton the lighter you go. If you don't have weights this light, go ahead and grab just a set of water bottles or soup cans, something that are identical so you can have both on each side. And then meet me back here and let's do a nice fun workout and connect to a lot of our upper back, but our whole back side. All right, take your weights, come on down. You're gonna lay all the way down on the ground. Your feet are gonna be bent and your knees are gonna be up, weights are gonna be down by your side. So first things first, we're just gonna push those weights into the floor. So just pretend you're driving a stake into the floor. Your head should be looking up at the sky. Your neck should be relaxed, but you should feel your upper back and the back of the arms turn on. Go ahead and release for a second. Inhale, exhale, and drive those weights into the floor. Feel your upper back open up and turn on. And release. Good. One more like that. And press. Feel those weights turn on, or the back turn on, not the weights. Good. Go ahead and release. Now we're going to do it. We're going to hold it. So you're going to take a nice big inhale. You're going to exhale, push those weights into the floor. You're going to take another breath. As you exhale, lift one leg up to chair-like and the other to join it. The reason we do that with our breath is we want to turn on those lower abdominals. So it should feel like there's a seatbelt on as well as your upper back. Let's connect our heels together, our toes apart. Your knees can be just as slightly apart as well, but they're still right in line with your shoulders. Go ahead and press those feet straight out. Feel your core turn on and then pull it back in. Press it out and pull it in. Now, if that feels too much on your core, you reach up higher towards the sky. You want to try and straighten and lengthen those legs. Squeeze those inner and outer thighs as you extend them out. If you've done Pilates before, think of your footwork on the reformer. We're starting by just pressing out and pulling in. Turning the core on, turning the back on with those weights jabbing into the floor. Turning our legs on. Think of getting those hamstrings and glutes in, having strong legs rather than just hanging off those hip flexors. Let's hold that next one out here. Hold it here. You're going to point and flex. Point and flex. Keep pushing into the floor. Feel that back turned on. Head and neck stays down. If you want an extra challenge, you can come upright like this, but that's up to you. You want to hold it here. You're still pressing into the floor. Give me 4, 3, 2. Good. Point those toes. Lift and lower the legs. Push the back into the floor. Or the arms. The back of the arms, I should say. Drop and lower. Slow and controlled. We're starting with a bang, aren't we? We're going right into this. Breathe. 3 more. 2. Last one. Slowly lower all the way down. If your head was up, relax it down. Woo! Got warm in here quick. All right, we're going to go right into our 100. If you want to start with your feet straight, I encourage that. If you know that's not good for your lower back, you're going to lift your feet up to chair-like to start. Our arms are going to be up overhead. Our legs are going to be just slightly turned out with a small external rotation. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to nod your chin, roll up, look at those feet, and lift those legs. Start pumping. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe. Feel those back muscles that we just warmed up. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. If ever feels too much, you bring those knees in. You've got choices. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Hard to chat and breathe and count. Reach up. You want to tuck those ribs into your hips. Last cycle of breath. Good. Go ahead and release everything down. You're going to grab those weights. We're going to do our roll up. So we're going to start with our arms up overhead. Now, oftentimes I see people bring their arms way back here. That's fine if your ribs are controlled. So you need to be able to keep those ribs down. They can flare open if you can flare them down. There's no problem with mobility in our rib cage. We want mobility in our rib cage, but oftentimes I see people not be able to reconnect them. So if that is your case, or if you're new to this or on the newer side, start with your arms straight up. That's going to hold your ribs down a little. Squeeze the legs together. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, nod your chin, roll up one vertebrae at a time, squeezing those legs together so you can come up into your roll up. Keep the arms parallel to the floor as you reach, 2, 1, and then slowly roll back down, tucking that pelvis under, rolling down one vertebrae at a time, keeping the legs on the floor. Inhale, exhale, slowly roll up, breathe, squeeze those legs together. I promise if you use those legs, especially in the hardest part, you're going to feel a whole lot better. It's almost going to feel easy. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but you know. We've got 3 more. Inhale, exhale, roll up, and reach, and tuck. I did this class with my in-person mat class last night, and it just felt so good. I needed to come and record it here for you guys at home. And reach, and tuck. Last one. Inhale, exhale, and reach. Good. Stay sitting up tall. Set your weights down by your side. We're going to bend our knees up towards us, and we're going to work on rolling like a ball. So you're going to bring your hands down to your ankles. You're going to lift one foot up, just a couple inches off the floor, and then the other. Now you want your heels to be together. So you want your heels to be touching the whole time, okay? So squeeze those heels in, and while you're squeezing the heels in, gently press out from your outer hips from right here. Hold on to your ankles. You're going to sit up tall, and first you're just going to exhale, tuck that pelvis under and pull your waistband back, and then sit up tall. So pretend you've got a tail, and you're going to push that tail between your legs and pull that waistband back, and then sit up tall. One more like that, and you should be feeling your core turn on. If that's a challenge, stay there. If that feels good, you're going to tuck, you must tuck, and roll back one vertebrae at a time till you hit your bra line, and then come up to a sitting position. Make sure you have space behind you, and make sure we're coming from our core and not momentum. So to make sure of that, think of your heels, the same distance between your heel and your butt, and the same distance between your chest and your knees the whole time. So you're going to tuck, roll, and then roll back up. Tuck, roll, and up. Let's do 3 more. I always feel like these are fun. Makes you feel like a kid again, right? Oh, except for how hard it takes your core to work. 2 more. Last one. If you are flopping and not rolling, don't roll. Sit up tall. Work on that tuck. So if when you went back, you flopped down, save rolling like a ball till you've got that tuck down. Okay? Sit up tall. Go ahead and release. We're going to grab our weights. We're going to roll all the way back down again. Now, we're going to do some different things with our arms. Your upper body, you have the choice of leaving the head and neck down, or you can come up into that lift where we're going to come up into a small crunch. Ribs are tucked down into our hips. Okay? So, first one, I'm going to push the weights down into the floor. Head and neck can be down or up. Push them down. Lift the feet up to chair leg position. As you exhale, extend one leg away from you and pull the other knee in towards you. And then go ahead and switch. Pull the left knee in, extend the right one out. Push those weights to the floor. And switch. Breathe. And switch. Point those toes. Reach that leg away from you. The lower leg, I want you to turn on your hamstrings and your glutes and reach that leg long. And then pull in. The upper leg might turn on the core a little bit more on that side as you pull that knee in towards your chest. Breathe. Keep pushing the arms into the floor. One more, both sides. Good. Bring your knees to your chest. Go ahead and relax for a second. You can even give them a hug. Roll back and forth. As always, if anything doesn't feel right, you leave it out, okay? You can leave the weights out. You can leave the extending out. Anything that doesn't feel right, listen to your body. We're going to use one weight now. We're going to start with it in our right hand. We're going to grab our knees, and if you can, you're going to come up into your lift. You're going to hold it here. Keeping our upper torso solid, we're going to inhale, Exhale, extend the arms and legs. Notice how our torso didn't drop. Pass the weight to the other side, swoop the arms around, and give the knees a hug. As you exhale, extend the arms up, extend the arms and legs, and then switch. Feel that tiny weight, 1, 2, 3 pounds, whatever you have, trying to pull your core off balance as you pass it around in a nice little circle. And extend. Don't let that upper torso drop. Pass that weight around. 2 more. Breathe. Squeeze those legs together. Don't let them hang out on their own. They're stronger together. Good. Were you breathing? Relax your head and neck. I hope you were. All right, grab those weights. Arms are going to come straight up to the sky for this one. You can have them facing each other. You're going to point your legs up to the sky as well. You're going to inhale. You're going to exhale. You're going to reach up. So you're tucking those ribs in, but you're reaching those weights up to the sky. Point those toes. Drop the right leg down and reach it long as you pull the left leg towards you. And then go ahead and switch. Pull the right leg towards you as you reach the left long. Still reaching those arms up to the sky. Whoo, it's a doozy on the core. Breathing. You can always bring your head and neck down if it's too much. And you can always have a smaller range of motion. 2 more. Good. Go ahead and breathe. Next one, arms are going to be down into the floor. You're going to push those weights down like we started. Lift both legs up. You can come up into the lift if you'd like or stay down. Squeeze the legs together, push the weights to the floor, drop those legs and lift them up. Notice how I went like 4 to 6 inches. It was not very much. The reason for that is if I go way down, my lower back's going to pop up. Look, I can't even show you with keeping both legs straight. And that means our core is turning off and then we're just hurting our back and that's no fun. So turn on the upper back, push those weights down, squeeze those legs together, drop and lift. Drop and lift. Give me 2 more. Breathe. Last one. Whew. Good. Bend those knees, grab them, give them a little roll. Last one in this series does not involve weights. It's crisscross. We're going to have our hands behind our head. We're going to put both feet on the floor for this to start. You're going to lift up into your crunch or into your lift, so rib cage is down. You're going to lift your left knee up to chair leg. Twist your right shoulder towards your left knee and push your left elbow into the floor. So if you've done bicycle before, it's a version of bicycle. Go ahead and switch. Put that foot down. Twist to the other side. Now as you twist and you're pushing your elbow into the floor, can you push your foot into the floor? So my right foot is pushing down, my left elbow. You should feel it all the way across your torso. And switch. Push. Breathe. Make sure we're breathing. Good. 2 more. Push that foot and that elbow down. And switch. Last one. Woo. Awesome. We have to get up to a sitting position, so you can pull behind your leg, or you can use your transition. So we're going to do 1 roll up. Arms up to the sky, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, exhale, nod your chin. Slowly come up and reach. Good. Feet are going to be as wide as your mat. Little fun fact, this mat is an extra wide mat. So you might not see my feet all the way to the sides, but if you have a regular mat, your feet are going to be about the sides, width of your mat. You're going to flex your toes. You're going to push your legs down into the floor. So sitting here right now, my legs are activated. They are working as they're pushing into the floor. I'm not just pushing my heels into the floor, and I'm not just pushing the backs of my knees into the floor. I'm pushing my whole leg in. My hands are inside my legs. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're reaching our arm forward and our belly back. So you're going to exhale, reach, pull that belly back behind you. This is spine stretch. Notice how my back is nice and rounded. And then stack it and come up. It is not hamstring stretch. Hamstring stretch is hinging forward, right? Kind of pulls on your lower back, gets your hamstrings. We're not doing that. Our hip points are staying up. Exhale as you reach forward, round, pull that belly button back, and sit tall. 3 more like this. Exhale, reach, and sit tall. Exhale. It helps to breathe because when you blow out your air, your core should turn on a little bit more, and you can pull it back behind you a little bit more. Last one. Reach. And sit tall. Wonderful. Bring those legs together and grab those weights. the next couple exercises we're going to do are actually ones we normally would do on the reformer, and we're going to use our body weight and some weights. So we're going to do the rowing series. We're going to start with our knuckles together and our thumbs down. I always say to my clients, see, it's boo-hoo, we don't like this exercise, but you're actually going to love it. So thumbs down and your hands are close to your chest. Elbows are up. Squeeze those legs together and pull your toes towards your shins. So right away, lower half is turned on, right? Keeping those knuckles together and near your chest, not at your chest, but near your chest, tuck your pelvis under and roll back. Find where you can hold. So it's not very deep, but my core is turned on right now. Shoot your arms out to the side. Keep those thumbs down and palms back. Now activate your upper back. And can you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze? Now squeeze them all the way back as you dive your nose forward, similar to that spine stretch. So we're pulling our belly back. Connect those hands as close as they can, low and down. And now lift up, 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 up. Use the upper back. Now pretend you're Michael Phelps. Lift them all the way up and around, and then sit tall. Good, let's do it again. Exhale, tuck that pelvis under, roll back, find where you can hold. Shoot those arms out to the side. Squeeze that upper back. Think upper back, upper back. Good. Now use that upper back to pull those weights close together as you dive forward. Get them low and lift up, 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 and then lift all the way up and around. Now, those little 3 pulses in there, that was to get you to find your upper back. Let's try it without those, okay? Knuckles together, fingers, thumbs down. Tuck that pelvis, roll back, squeeze the legs together. Shoot the arms out. Now, once you're just gonna pull them back as you dive the nose forward, get them low. Lift the arms up and around and towards your feet. And sit up tall. Let's do 2 more like that. Tuck the pelvis, roll back. Shoot the arms out to the side. Pull them back as you dive the nose forward. Get the arms low and then lift them all the way up high using that back. And sit tall. Last one. Exhale. Tuck that pelvis under. Core is on. Shoot the arms out to the side. Squeeze them back behind you and then lift all the way up and around. And sit tall. Awesome. Next one's called 90 degrees. You're going to lift your arms up a little past 90 degrees. Okay? Palms are facing you. You're going to point your toes for this one and squeeze the legs. We're going to hinge from our hips. So up here, we're going to hinge back. Before, we tucked and rolled back, right? Here, we're going to squeeze the legs. We're going to hinge back. Now, as you come up, I want you to reach your arms up really tall, really tall. Twist the palms so now they're facing your feet. Dive forward. Pull the arms down and back till they're right back behind our back again. And then lift them all the way up to finish. Sit back up, arms 90 degrees. Hinge back. I always want to tuck. Hinge back, and now sit up tall and reach. Twist those weights. Dive towards your feet. Pull the arms back, nice and low, and then up and around. Sit up tall. Last one. Hinge back. Core has to turn on. Keep those legs connected to the floor. Don't lift them. Lift your torso up. Dive forward. Pull those arms back and low, and then up and around. Good. Whoo, take a breather. Relax those legs. If you keep those turned on, you're really going to feel them. All right, you're going to bend your elbows so your arms are right at your armpits. So keep your wrists in line. Don't let them go wonky. Right at your wrist, flex the toes, squeeze the legs. Sitting up tall. How tall can you sit? You're going to exhale, reach your arms towards where the wall and the ceiling meet. Now, you're not going to drop the weights. You're going to pull the weights down. You're going to pull, pull, pull. Come from your back. Come from underneath your armpits. Pull them all the way down. And as you do, grow taller in your spine. All the way up. Good. Then lift your arms all the way up in line with your spine so you're straight as an arrow up to the sky, or what your body will allow. And then open the arms wide out to the side, right next to that torso. Woo, good. Bend the elbows. Exhale. Reach up to the sky. Pull them down. You're pulling them through jello. You can't get them down. Pull. Yes. Reach all the way up in line and open wide out to the side. Good. Bend those elbows. Exhale. Reach up. Pull them down. There goes the jello. Pull, pull, pull. My spine is growing taller. And then I lift all the way up for my arms to join that length in that spine. And then use my back to open wide. How are your legs feeling? They should be mad. 2 more. Woo, squeeze them. Reach up. Pull down. You're not dropping them down. You're pulling them down. Pull, pull, pull. Lift all the way up in line and out to the side. Last one like this. Exhale, reach up. Pull them down. Pull, pull, pull. Make sure we're still breathing. And then lift all the way up as tall as you can sit, as tall as you can reach. And then arms out to the side. Relax your legs. Whoo, my quads are angry from just sitting here and squeezing them. All right, one more like this. This next one is called from the hips. This is a huge piece of that spine stretch that we did forward. So we're going to think of our belly pulling back behind us, okay? Weights are going to be by your side. They're going to just glide along the floor, okay? So they're still coming with your hands, but you're gliding along. You're going to pull those toes together, flex the legs. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, reach forward, pull your belly back. Think of spine stretch that we just did. Now lift your arms up to your ears and hold them there. Lock them in place as you use your core to sit up tall, lifting those arms with you, and then opening the arms wide out to the side. Good, right at your hips. Exhale, pull that belly button back, reach the arms forward, feel that back stretch. Get the arms up in line with the ears, and then center is going to lift everything up. Good. Make sure we're not lifting with our arms. So exhale, reach forward. I'm going to show you what I mean. Good. Lift the arms up to your ears. Now, if you're just lifting without bringing your arms, you're just going to kind of sit up like this, or you might go lock them together, okay? Come back to hips. Exhale, reach forward, pull that belly button back, lift the arms up there parallel to the floor. Now my belly, I'm going to stack my vertebrae one at a time as I grow tall. Lift up and arms out to the side. Awesome. One last one. Exhale, reach forward, breathe, pull that belly button back, lift the arms up parallel to the floor. Your belly's going to lift you up as tall as you can sit, and then relax. Good. Go ahead and crisscross your legs. Let's do this first one. It's shave without weights, okay? So crisscross your legs. The hardest part is you need to push your legs and your feet down into the floor. You're going to connect your fingertips behind your head, right like this. Elbows are wide. What's the best way to show this to you? Let's try this way. Okay, so my elbows are wide, right like this. Now, you want to make sure your neck stays in line with your spine. Too often we do this, which is why we're not doing weights right here. So sit up tall, connect the fingers. Can you reach up and then pull the elbows down and out? And reach up and pull them down and out. So you want upper back on this. If you are a person who normally lifts in the gym, I will say I see a hard transition from overhead tricep extension to shave, which is your upper back. So you want to keep those elbows wide. You want to reach up, keeping the fingertips together, and then pull down. Pull, 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 pull. Upper back up here should be turning on. Reach up and pull down. Woo, good. Give me 3 more. We do not need weights, I promise. We can get to weights, but until you find it, whew, just pull down and zero in on those upper back muscles. Last one. Awesome. Whew. Switch the cross of our legs. Grab those weights and lift those arms up like there's a giant tree in front of you. Okay? So we've got a small bend in our elbow, small bend in our wrist, and we're sitting up tall. Up tall through your spine. Now keep that same bend in your elbows and wrist. Push the legs to the floor. Open using your back and close using your back. Our back has been totally used quite a bit, so it should be warmed up and kind of easy to find, hopefully. And while you're doing this, keep your arms parallel to the floor. I often see this or this or this. Keep them parallel to the floor, okay? Breathe. 2 more. Last one. Awesome. Whew. Hopefully your back feels wonderful. Let's open those legs up a little wider than our mat. Sitting up tall, flex the toes, push the legs into the floor. Sit up tall, arms up into a T. So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to twist our body, reach our pinky finger towards our pinky toe, and reach the back arm back. 3, 2, 1. Now stack your spine, sit up tall, and come to center. Exhale, twist the other direction. Inhale as you reach, sawing that pinky toe off, and then sit tall and come to center. Good. Other side, twist and reach, and sit tall and center, and twist and reach and center. One last one, both sides. Exhale, twist, reach. Sit up tall. And last one. Breathe. Good. We're going to set those weights to the side, not too far away because we do need to grab them. And we're going to lay on our bellies. So come all the way down onto your belly. You're going to put one hand on top of the other hand and your forehead on top, all in line with your spine, okay? So I'm going to be lifting my head to talk to you, but you're going to try and keep your forehead onto your hands and stay right there. We want to release our toes, so put the tops of your feet flat onto the ground, right like this. All right? We're going to lift our inner thighs up and out of the way, so twist those feet in, and then push the tops of your feet into the ground and reach your tailbone long. So think of reaching this way to lift your hip points up. It's going to activate your whole lower half. Okay, so pushing those feet into the floor, forehead connected to the hands. You're going to inhale, exhale, lift just your upper body, just a little, and back down. Good. We want to get into our upper back. So we're going to inhale, exhale, keep our feet connected, keep our hip points lifted, and then back down. Inhale, exhale, lift that upper torso, and down. Two more. We're keeping our elbows wide. Exhale, lift, and down. Last one. Inhale, exhale, and lift. Awesome. Go ahead and bring those elbows right underneath you. You're going to have your hands into fists, pushing into the ground. Your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. You're going to keep the tops of the feet onto the ground, but you can spread those legs about hip width apart, okay? So it's super easy to just like, oh, this is comfy. I'm slouching into my lower back. My shoulders are sagging, all of it. We're going to get rid of that, okay? Push those forearms into the ground so it's going to lift your back up and make it strong. And while you do that, reach your tailbone long and lift those hip points up, which is going to bring your belly up just a little so that your belly's up with you. Now, last piece of the puzzle, pull your elbows back towards your sides. They're not going to move like more than half an inch, but you should feel from your hips up really on, right? We want to keep it solid, not moving. Take your right foot, kick your own butt. 3, 2, 1, and release. Left foot, kick your own butt. 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo, that feels good on my quads, the tops of my legs. You want to kick so much that you're lifting that knee just a tiny bit off the floor. You're not lifting your thigh off the floor. You're lifting that knee off the floor. And your upper body and torso is turned on and staying solid. One more, both sides. Ooh, feels good, actually. Really good. Good. Go ahead and release on down and grab one weight. You're going to take that weight and you're going to put it behind your back and grab it with both hands, okay? You're going to keep on one cheek. You're going to switch sides for cheeks, but I'm just going to keep looking at you. So we're going to bring that hands up as close to our bra line as we can. Now we're going to take our feet and we're going to kick our own butt 3 times. 3, 2, 1. As you extend the legs, pretend they're connected to your weight, and you're going to reach up, head in line with your spine. Try and put your feet back onto the floor and lift that upper back. And then come back down and lay on the other cheek. Kick your own butt. 3, 2, 1. Reach. Reach long. Pull that weight apart. Turn that upper back on. Feet down onto the ground. And then back down. And kick. 3, 2, 1. And reach, 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 reach. Breathe. And down. And kick. 2, 1. And reach. Open up that upper back. Don't hang off those shoulders. Reach. And down. 2 more. 1 on both sides. Pull. Push the feet into the floor. Lift the hip points up. And back down. Last one. Don't let those arms slack. Try and get them up to that bra line. And reach. And down. Good. Go ahead and push back into a child's pose real quick. Grab a quick stretch. Reach those arms forward. Whew. Good. All right, we're going to grab those weights. This next one, I imagine actually, we're going to leave it out because I won't be able to show you most of it. I apologize. I'm too tall. Well, we can try it. You'll just see the tops of my head. Arms are going to be straight up, okay? So they're just straight up to the sky, right like this. Your feet, your knees are a fist distance apart. So you're fist distance apart, right like this. you're going to mentally keep pulling your knees in together. You're not actually connecting your thighs. You're just pulling them in together. Arms are straight up overhead. As you exhale, you're going to drop the weights as you lean back in a straight line, stretch the tops of those legs, and then lift up. So let me show you from the side. You're going to exhale, drop down, lean back, and lift up. If you have any knee pain, you're squeezing those knees together. You may even want to grab a pillow or a ball and squeeze together. Okay, arms are straight up, nice and tall. Don't sink back. And then lean back, straight line from shoulders to your hips to your knees, and then lift up. 2 more. This is called thigh stretch. So you're stretching your thigh. Hopefully that's where you're feeling it. Last one. Whew, good. All right, come on down. We're going to lay on our side. So I want your butt and your hips to be at the back of your mat and your feet to be towards the front of your mat, okay? Bottom hand can be underneath your head. Feet are stacked, hips are stacked. You're going to push your bottom foot into the floor. So push that foot into the floor. It's going to activate this leg. Then you're going to lift up your lower obliques. You're not actually like crunching up. You're just lifting. So it's more of a mental than an actual huge physical lift, okay? Push that leg down, lift up here. Lift the top leg up and point it. It's right at hip height. Pull it forward. 3, 2, 1. Pull it back. 3, 2, 1. Push your bottom foot into the ground and get that as a solid rock. If you're not feeling solid, put this hand as a tent in front of you. If you are feeling solid, pull that hand up above. You do not want from hips up to be moving. If you pull that leg back and you arch and you're going like this, or you pull it forward and you're arch, that is not what we want. Hips to shoulders, solid. Pull it forward and pull it back. 2 more. Push that bottom leg in. Lift those obliques up. Last one. Good. Flex the toes. Keep it parallel. You're going to lift only as high as you can keep your hip right here. And then back down. We're not changing the shape of our pelvis. We're not rolling back. We're just lifting and lowering. Whew. You can always pretend like you're lifting and lowering through jello or mud. It's always fun. Adds your own resistance. Should feel it right in here. 2 more. Last one. Good. Point that toe, pull that leg behind you. Draw small circles, size of a softball. 3, 2, and reverse directions. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend it in, push up, come to the other side. Back of the hips and shoulders at the back of the mat, feet towards the front of your mat. I'll try and keep them on the camera here. All right, so you're going to push your bottom foot in. You're going to lift up your lower obliques. Top hand can be up or down as a tent, hips stacked. Lift the top leg up to hip height, point it. You're going to pull it forward. 3, 2, 1. Pull it back. 3, 2, 1. Forward and back. Forward and back. 2 more. Reach long through that toe. Turn on that leg. Move with a purpose. Good. Come center, flex the foot. You're going to lift it up and down. Up and down. What kind of jello are you moving through? I don't really like jello, but I will say my daughter went to camp and she had jello cake and she's 8. So it was her first camp and she was like, Mom, it was the best cake I've ever had. Have you ever heard of jello cake? It was cake and jello mixed together. I was like, I actually have not heard of jello cake. Hold it down, point that toe, pull it back. Small circles with you right behind that leg. 3, 2, and switch. Woo. 3, 2, good. Go ahead and bend it in. Switch back to the first side. We're going to start with our knees bent. Your front foot is going to be in front. Your back foot's going to be back, and they're going to be in a line because we're going to use those to push up on. Your bottom hand's going to be underneath your shoulder. We're going to push up into a nice stretch. Hopefully I don't go off the camera. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, push on up, reach long and over, and then come back down. and do it again 2 more times. Exhale, reach up. Reach, 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 and then back down. Last one, reach up and down. Good. Switch sides. Top foot in front, feet are in line. Bottom hands underneath your shoulder, knees bent. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, reach up and stretch and back down. Good. Inhale, exhale, reach and down. Last one. Inhale, exhale, and reach and down. Good. All right. That was your little stretch. Now we're going to kind of start to wrap it up with a little bit of a bang. So we're going to grab our weights. My clients always say whenever I have that laugh, they're in trouble. We're going to lay all the way down. And always remember, please never hurt yourself. If it doesn't feel right, leave it out, okay? Palms are going to be up. We're going to do some teasers. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to squeeze our legs together. Reach those arms long as you nod your chin and roll up. Try and get your arms parallel to your legs. Your tailbone is tucked under, so you're not balancing on your tailbone. Your belly is holding you up. And now with control, slowly roll back down. Good. Squeeze the legs together. It helps. Inhale. Exhale. Nod your chin. Squeeze the legs. Look at those feet. Lift up. Tuck that tailbone under. Good. Now, palms are up, right? You're going to slowly lower them down and lift them up. Lower them down. Lift them up. Torso and legs are not dropping or moving. 2 more. And then roll all the way down. Yes. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Roll right back up into it. Told you we're going out with a bang. Hold it here. Squeeze those legs. Do circles with your arms. About the size of a basketball. Palms are up. And reverse directions. You want to feel that arm back connection. So while we're moving our arms, you want to feel it like way back here. And slowly roll down. Whew. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up. We got 2 more. Hold it up. This one's my hardest. Drop the legs. Don't drop the torso. Lift the legs. Drop and lift. It may be an inch or 2. Whew. Come from those lower abs. 2. Last one and roll down. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Use that breath. Blow out. Come up. Separate those legs. Draw small circles. Whew. And reverse. Reach long. Your torso should be more solid than mine is at the moment. And roll down. Woo! That felt good, right? Hopefully. We got to get to a sitting position. You can always grab behind your legs, or you're going to do 1 roll up. Exhale, nod your chin, come up to a sitting position. Good. Sit up tall. Move your bum out of the way if you need. Right like this, squeeze the legs together. You're going to exhale, twist just your torso. Twist a little farther, and then come center. Exhale, twist. Now when you twist, are your toes and your feet lined up next to each other? Hopefully they are, because your legs are turned on. And come center. If they are not, watch what happens. One goes farther than the other, right? So squeeze them together and then twist just your torso, not your hips. And come center, other direction. Twist, twist, twist. 1 more, both sides. Exhale. And inhale. And last one. Awesome. Whew. All right. We are going to finish with just 2 more stretches. Go ahead and bring those legs 90-90 in front of you, okay? So you've got one leg bent in front, the other leg to the side. If you're following me, feet are to the right, okay? You're going to take your left hand, put it onto the ground. You're going to reach your right arm up and over, reaching long, like you're grazing your fingertips up on the sky, and reach. And then bring that right hand back to your right shin. Lift the left arm up and over, reaching long. And left hand back to the floor. Right arm up and over, reach, 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 reach. Stretch that side body out. And then right hand back to the shins. Left arm up and over, reach. Good. Come back to center. Take that right hand, shoot it over that left knee, and reach it long. All I'm doing is just reaching it on the floor, right like this. So just reach. Breathe here. Your left arm can be propping you up a little. You're focusing on reaching away from that right hip. And then come back up to center, and we're going to switch. So switch the legs. Put the right hand on the floor near your right thigh. Lift the left arm all the way up to the sky and then over. Left hand to the left shin. Right arm up and over. Right hand to the floor. Left arm up and over. Left hand to the shin. Right arm up and over. Breathe. Good. Go ahead and release. Take that left hand over that right knee and shoot it out. And just stretch. Breathe. Stretch that side body. Good. Come to center. Relax the legs, however feels good. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. One last one like this. Inhale and exhale. Good. Because we work such upper back, clasp those hands. You're going to arch that back forward as you reach those arms forward. Feel that back open up. And then open up that chest. Just open those arms up. Oh, that feels good. Good. Clasp and reach. And open. Awesome. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Hopefully you had a wonderful time. Please leave comments below. And if you'd like to see some other things, let me know. I love making classes for you. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you later.